Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Can-Am Connection. I'm your host, Jody Williams. We also got Nathan Williamson, Tim Tomich may be on, Ryan Espy may be on. There's some other people that got invited. Neil Pickup, hopefully, will be on. Brian Parliament's probably still asleep, but he
He
was on
had
there weekend
he
when we
had a
did our.
bad day. He had a bad day prediction wise.
So let's talk about it. How does you and I do?
We tied for the win. Ryan came in one behind us, and then Brian only got four right.
Oh, he got the Matt Mass one right, so that's always good, right?
He got Matt, Jordan, Fia, and Luca.
Yeah. Let's get into some of these matches because
Well, let's kick it
I
off with the first match. I mean, we
yeah.
had
You want
we
to go
had
with the preliminaries first, or you want to go with
yeah.
the actual?
We'll go prelims first. Logan Bittinger ended up getting selected to pull. No, I can't think of his name. Out of Russia. 105,
Um,
105 kilo guy. He's Vitali's coach. I mean, the dude's a legit one. I mean, he's a 95, 105 guy.
right.
And
I'm happy that Logan got the opportunity to kind of test the waters or stick his toe in the water,
but
and
yeah, there's definitely levels though.
yeah.
I mean that guy's like I said, that guy's 95 to 105 kilos all day,
Well, I will say this
and
though.
and he was able to let Logan do whatever he wanted. And
And that's something. And then we talked about that. There's
yeah,
levels to this, and guys and girls, there's no disrespect coming this way. It's just
no,
one of those deals where you got to go, okay, you know, what you do in the States is going to be a lot different than what you do international. Now,
yeah.
with that being said, now he comes back to the States. Now, guess what? Now there's matches for him. There's matches for him.
I mean,
So,
there's a lot of matches for him. Like honestly, it's just he's got to pull them, and they're none of them are going to be easy. Like
no,
when you start going into the top 10 in North America, none of the matches are going to be easy for him.
no, no. And then you got to realize, too, when you say top 10, are those the
I
guys
mean,
that's going to constantly pull international, too? So you also got to.
there's some guys that he could pull. Let me see in the hook.
Mm-hmm.
Like if we look at super heavyweights, I mean, he's predominantly a left-hander.
Yes.
Uh,
Love left-handers.
I mean, there's Derek Smith, there's Austin Jaggers, there's Nick Stone, Ryan Espy, Cody Merritt, Corey West, Pavlo. Like, there's a lot of good left-handers for him to pull. Carl Stanley,
Yes.
like, because Logan's not on the in the hook rankings inside the top 20. Eric
No, he's
Gerlach.
not.
So,
So we got everybody's in the chat this morning. What's up? Macho Man, the Drew, USS Liberty, Boussier's in the house. I mean, this is Ryan, David Jensen. What's up? Everybody, good morning. Hope you guys enjoyed the weekend. David Jensen already asked. Let's go ahead and answer his question right quick. What's everyone's thoughts on Bogdan's match?
I feel like he was screwed personally, but it was an amazing match, but I still feel like he was screwed.
I don't think it has any bearing on him. It doesn't put him in a
No,
bad light at any point, you
no. If
know.
anything, it boosts his stock. And the reason I say that is if you look at the way Bogdan was able to, I mean, not sorry, Nugo was able to do Matt at the last King of the Table in Istanbul. Granted, there was some very dodgy reffing at that event,
Yeah.
and not just and several matches. Um, he was able to 3-0 Matt. Well, Bogdan showed up looking like, nah, that ain't gonna happen. And Bogdan only weighed in at like, I think 96 or 97 kilos. So,
He's
and
woo.
Nugo was 101.
Okay. We talked about this. What was it? Friday, Thursday? I can't remember. And we all talked about this. About
Yeah.
you know he waited at what 101.
Yeah.
Is that what he weighed in? SB, what's up, brother?
What's happening, guys? You hear me okay?
Oh yeah, we can hear you. So what's
Yeah.
up with you, man? Hanging out with WWE superstars. What's going on? What's going on with you?
Davy Boy Smith Jr. Did I tell you the story?
Yeah.
I had a photo of him and Davey Boy Smith from Davey Boy's last match ever. It was 6 days before he passed away. It was actually a tag team match with his kid. And I took a photo and I gave it to him. Here we are 25 years later or so.
Nice. Mr. Pickup, welcome to the show.
Jody Williams, how are you doing?
We're doing
Who we got
good, man.
on?
We're
we
doing
we
good.
got Slimline Ryan in the bottom corner. He's
I
even got
know.
his phone upright, so he looks even slimmer.
So, Neil, what were your thoughts on the event this over the weekend?
Dude, I've been talking to Nathan about it last couple of days. I can't remember when.
Yep.
We had a bit of a chat through. I mean, where do you start? Good mega event. The venue was packed, sold out. I don't know how many, but got to be what 2,500 or something, two and a half, something like that.
Yep.
The tournament in the day for me was great because I had two of the lads from the Titan house over, new guys. Well, Rob Frampton's got a lot more experience, but without sort of detracting or saying anything derogatory about Rob, he only has started really getting any technical tuition the last sort of year or so.
He looked good.
The improvement he's made since he started working with myself in the freak shop is big. And I think he'd tell you that. It's a big difference. And then Terry Hollands, Jesus Christ. So Rob won in his class. Terry Hollands has never entered an arm wrestling competition in his life. And he's only had 6 sessions training.
Really?
Yeah, six sessions. 2.5 hour, 2 hour sessions on the table. He was great. And he never got pinned. He lost on fouls.
Right.
And was very unlucky not to win because the guy, he ended up getting a foul in the losing position. The very start before that, how the guy didn't get a foul in a losing position or called losing position is beyond me because he was like this far from the puck. His wrist was busted wide open. His elbow came off and he restarted. So, awesome for Terry. Amazing performance. First time he's ever arm wrestled, and it was great to have him there. So then we went into the main event, the main show. In terms of the matches, obviously you've got a mix of matches which were not evenly matched on the night. Some of those you could have predicted, others not so much.
Yeah.
And I fell foul of that to some extent. There wasn't any surprise results or results that I didn't expect. For me, everything went actually turned out exactly as predicted. However, one of those was by luck, and it was actually, and we'll talk about that, I'm sure, when we go through the matches. The other one I just got wrong, and that was Michael Camille. But again, I'm sure you want to go through the individual matches.
Yeah.
I don't do that in more detail, but yeah, the overall event I felt was very positive. Obviously, I haven't seen the show like you lads have, so you might be saying, dude, it was not as good as you think. There was issues here, there was issues there.
Well,
I don't know any of that.
so
Right.
if we go to the match that kicked off the show of Ezra and Catalina, like
Yeah.
there were I mean, yes, Ezra was just too much. But what I loved was, man, I love seeing the women get fired up and going at each other and goading each other. And like, the women get a bad rap for that because they're supposed to apparently be demure and, not do that. But the men can do it, and it's all right and good. But I love seeing them just getting each other's face and showing that grit and that fire. Like,
Mate, I thought I couldn't agree more in terms of I thought that ladies match was super intense. I thought it was a wonderful way to kick off the show because the girls are both little firebrands. How can you not love them both? I mean, Kiraz's first time there, but I've always been a huge fan of Kiraz. She's always been a super entertaining arm wrestler. She's from a wonderful arm wrestling nation. Turkey's full of absolute killers. There's so many guys that have come out of there that are amazing. And what a great way to start it off. And the more you sort of learned about it while we were out there, the sort of story behind the story, Caro was already injured going in, which I didn't know prior to getting there. But days before we found that out, she was hurt. I had her as an underdog anyway. She actually did better than I thought she was going to do. Injured or not, to be clear, I thought injured or not, she would lose the match. And I thought she did better than I'd expected. I don't know about you guys, and I don't know what you predicted. Sort of, I didn't see your predictions last week, apart from the main event.
I think we all picked Catalina. Like I knew she was an underdog, but I knew she got injured at Worlds. Like that's where she got injured at. I watched it, but I thought with her length and being able to set that low hand really good, that Ezra wouldn't be able to come forward like she wants to do and set that hook.
Okay.
But kudos to Ezra. I mean, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I had Ezra as like a 70-30 favorite in that match. I thought as I said on the fix, I thought she'd win pretty comfortably. And that wasn't taking account of the injury. I just thought she had too much horsepower. Caro, I thought, did amazing. Well, shocked me. I was really shocked, And when I spoke to her after, and she was like, "Yeah, if I hadn't been injured, I'd have got her, and maybe she would."
Yeah,
I don't know.
Do we know the extent of her injury?
It was something in the elbow.
Yeah, she said it really bothered her. It was really
like UC. I think it was UCL or something in the elbow from Worlds. So,
but like you guys said, I mean, the intensity was off the scale with them.
Loved it. Like I love seeing the women get fired up. Like you see Matt dropping 20 F-bombs and everything and getting fired up. Like I love seeing the women do the same thing. Like
it's a shame that there isn't the depth in the classes. I think myself and Ryan have talked about this in the past when we were at Worlds. Can't remember which one, but we were talking about the ladies at that time. There was a lot of good Canadian girls at that time. I mean, Barb Salepa was an absolute beast. I used to love Tamara. She used to get in some incredible matches. And we were speaking at that time, this is years ago, about a match between Erica the Sapphire and Tamara, which was on the Arm Wars thing, and it was a phenomenal war. But you don't have many of them, you know what I mean? It's few and far between, where, to be fair, the depth in the men's classes is just a different world, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, the match to make now, in my opinion, is Ezra and Ayane, because last time they pulled at Worlds, Ezra did manage to slip a pin in on Ayane, but this is at 55 kilos. But Ayane came back and won gold.
Yeah, it's coming, mate. That's going to happen, isn't it?
Yeah. So next match, Luka Tanadze and Eli Sadoff. Neil, you and I talked in depth about this match several times.
Yeah, and it went exactly as I thought it would, and as you thought it would. I mean, look, it's not hating on Eli. No. I actually thought, just to commend Eli, thought the kid was ace. Press conference, knocked it out of the park. Mega. Brilliant. Exactly what you want. They got the press conference off to a flyer because they were in each other's face, talking it up. And I thought it was very, very entertaining. The reality of the match, I never thought that Eli had a cat in hell's chance. I've had a lot of messages from a lot of North Americans hammering me about that, if I'm honest, as well, privately. Not in a bad way, but in a dude, you don't know Eli's bringing it. Eli will do this. And I said, look, I know Eli's great, but I don't think he's that great. I think this kid is something different. Lucas Tanadze is a very, very special lad. And mark my words, that man goes on to do very big things.
The way he ran over Nerdalette at Worlds, like you don't see Nerdalette getting ran over like that. Granted, that's not his dominant arm.
He ran over everyone like whatever style you threw at him. Have you met Tanadze?
I haven't had the fortune of meeting him yet, but he seems like a genuine young kid. And he's only been arm wrestling since like 2019 or 2020.
Dude, such a lovely bloke. Speaks better English than me. Not hard, but he does. Wonderful lad. But the thing you notice is he is just built for the sport of arm wrestling. The lad is thick set. Like John Brzenk is. Like a young John, and you see him and you looked at him. Yeah, what a big guy, but wrists were such thick, hands, fingers thick, just a powerfully built kid, mega. And there's just those guys that are out there, like Jerome Loud, and you look at Jerome Loud and you're like, fuck, like you just know Jerome Loud is made to just be strong. He's just thick, isn't he? You've got that with Teradze and more. His forearm is colossal. His hands and wrists are super thick and powerful, and he moves so well.
What about him and sorry, Jody.
No, I was going to say a couple things, because Eli lives one state north of me. So, yes, I know Eli. To me, it felt like he spent more time complaining about the setup rather than focus on the actual arm wrestling match itself. If he got pinned, well, it's because he did this. It just seemed like he was not mentally there. But
to be fair to him, though, Joe, I don't think, mate. We've all been there. When you get up there and you just know you're completely screwed. You just know you're outgunned, and he will have felt really quick, like, oh my god, what am I in with here? When there's just somebody that's just so dominant, and he was probably trying everything. I can't knock him. I thought Eli was ace. I just think he was he took a spoon to a gunfight.
Yeah, 85 kilos was too big for him, but unfortunately there is no 80 kilo class. So he's going to have to decide to cut 7 pounds, 8 pounds if they give him another opportunity.
Is Tim coming on? Tall match?
Maybe, possibly.
So I spoke to Tim like the day before, just before the presser. We showed up and I said, like, we were walking through and he was a big believer in Eli. He was one of the guys, big believer. And Tim's I've got a lot of respect for and knows his shit. And I was like listening to him and I was thinking, dude, he said, look, he's big as hell. He's just come off the plane. I was on the same flight over. He's massive. He's going to do well. But he doesn't know Luca. You know what I mean? Right. And when you do, and you've met Luca and you know Luca and you know what he can do, I'm like the other way. I'm selling him into Tim going, mate, you fucking hell. You friggin' monster, this kid. Not a normal. There's a lot of strong dudes, but not like this guy.
He's Georgian.
I'm different.
Okay, so I'm glad you brought that up. A question to you three and everybody in the chat. Because when you see these matchups, right, and we'll just say Team North for this, part of it. North America, that means Canada. We're talking USA. And, I always want to compare it to when they start going to the East versus West, to compete there. You're going against guys who routinely go to WAF Worlds, and some of our guys on this side of the pond really don't. They go a different route to get to the East versus West tournament and matches. Why do you think that is? Do you think that some of our guys and girls need to say, look, I got to go to WAF to see how this is? Because we all know there's different levels. Like Eli's match. Okay, you're good, great. Different level. Logan Bittinger, awesome guy. But when he went to that stage, different level. Do you think that some of our guys need to say, hey, if I want to compete on that stage at that level, at that high, I need to stick my toe in the water and do some WAF World Championships? What are you guys' thoughts on that?
I mean, I want to bring, obviously, I'm the biggest fan of the WAF Worlds historically and presently that you're going to find. I'm sure Ryan's the same in many ways. You take politics out of it, so this is bereft of political comment. Don't like the politics in WAF, never have. I know Ryan's the same. It absolutely blows, and I really wish it didn't exist, but it does. But if you just boil it down to arm wrestlers over the years, the WAF has always had an extraordinarily high level, just extraordinarily high. Always has. It's fair to say that this dude is a different thing at WAF. Do you know what I mean? It's not like anyone was competitive at WAF. He went through the WAF like a chainsaw. So, Ryan, mate, back me up here. You've been to enough WAFs, dude. You've won about bloody 10 of them, whatever. The friggin' over the years, you will know what I'm talking about. You get a guy at WAF in a class, and they're just an absolute slayer. You know what I mean? Somebody who's just, you look at them and you know. You just visually, you're like, oh, God, weirdo.
Yeah.
This kid's one of them, mate.
This is different. This is. I don't know, Jody, if it's a fair thing to say that the North Americans need to cut their teeth at WAP, because I mean, it's a different level, man. Like, you have to. Most of our North American pros, like our top tip of the spear North American pros, didn't do much at WAP. And I think that a lot of people are trying to follow that, but maybe don't have the dedication or the knowing what it will actually take to surpass the WAF level and go on to East versus West. It's such a weird debate and a weird thought process for a lot of athletes that just don't want to do the tournament format, or everyone wants to be a superstar, but there's certain steps to get there. I don't know if this makes any sense to you guys, what I'm saying, but
it does.
I think WAF needs to be, you got to do well there. But you got a guy like, think back to Jeff Hale, Neil. So he became a bit of a superstar through Supermatch format, but yet when he would, revert back to the WAF championships, he often, he'd be a contender, but he would be tip of the spear.
Yeah. And that's over multiple weight classes too. Jeff's tried everything from 70 to 80.
Yeah.
And to be fair to Jeff, he's not built for it.
No.
Not built for main draw because he's a hook puller. And if you're going to go there and you're a hook puller, going back to the distinction, what WAF and Super. I mean, we'll go down a rabbit hole. You got the wrong guy on this show if you don't want to go down, because I can see the angles that I might be fat, but I'm in a holistic fat man helicopter looking down, and I can tell you now. I've said it how many times, and I'll say it again. Main draw arm wrestling, tournament arm wrestling, and super match arm wrestling are a different sport. It is a different sport. So it's like kickboxing and Muay Thai. They are similar, but they are not similar. You know what I mean? Yeah,
I agree with you. I agree with you.
A different thing.
But where are you going to get the development you need to be successful in super match format arm wrestling?
I genuinely believe that the WAF is that. I think that if you are exceptional, and let me be brutally honest here, a number of the guys at WAF, particularly in the weight classes, let's make a very clear distinction, and we can do the maths on why. If you come down the weight classes, once you get to like that 100 kilo mark, and you go below that, are there guys in the classes at WAF that would come in and be right there?
100%.
Yeah, 100%, yeah. I mean, case in point, Nerd Alexamusha.
Screamer.
Super close. And there are others. You know what I mean? I mean, Daniel Prokopchuk, right there, world level.
EvW champion.
Right there. And there are others. Jacques, right there, EAF and WAF, and he's the man.
Right.
So you come down the classes where other things aren't as prominent, and believe me, killers, and there's a lot of them.
Well, I mean, look at the 70 kilo title. I mean, that hasn't been competing. I mean, Azat is, what was he, first or second at Worlds?
Mm-hmm.
And then
if you're looking at what is the best indication of the level that I need to be at, then WAF gives you that. But then you start to get, as I say, we go down the rabbit hole. Then you start to look at the nuance of the two things: Supermatch arm wrestler, and even then, Supermatch where, Arm Wars or EvW, or Mac. He's on a different table. You're off, aren't you? You start going into the bloody. You're down the rabbit hole. There was a comment by Ray Lipinge, and I thought it was stunning comment. First match, Kiraz and Pettersson, and he goes, Ezra needs to realize this is not the WAF.
Yeah, the put.
So this is not the WAF. She was getting all excited, complaining to the refs, all this stuff. You can get away with more. And when he said it, I thought, exactly right. Yeah, this is not the WAF. This is a different sport. You're a WAF world champion, but you are now cutting your teeth in a different format. And she was ran close. It changes the game.
Yep.
That's what your opinion. Yeah. So I didn't mean to like go off on the, I was just kind of curious because, I see like, we'll say Adam Warzinski went to WAV, took second, and that made me happy because I'm thinking, okay, so we do got people that can really, get it done or, can podium. We just got to have more.
Brilliant.
Yeah. So that's where I was going with that.
But then if you turn around, he beat Saunders in a super match that was an absolute death match at 105 kilos. So
awesome match. What do we have next, Nathan?
Peter Sellis versus Pork Chop. And yeah, this was another one of those just body composition kind of, in my opinion, made this match difficult for Porky.
Yeah, and let's be honest, to be fair to Curtis, it was difficult. I mean, yeah. Who did you guys think would win?
I was the only one that took Peter. Everybody else took Porky.
Okay, I had Chelesh heavy, as I said on the fix. I want, I really like Curtis Cameron. He's great, and you kind of want him to win. But did I think he could beat Chelesh? No.
No, that was definitely, he was punching uphill for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Peter's second in the world at his weight class at 105. And he can make 95 too. So,
and he's a big boy, big frame,
very,
and yeah, stunningly strong puller. I didn't expect that would be any different, if I'm honest. With
I just
all
thought Porky couldn't get the bite. This is like, well, if he could stop it, there might be something, but it just couldn't.
Off what I saw, I don't think there is.
The leverage was a huge factor in that match.
I think there's a different level of there's parity in disparate positional strength, and there's so many more options for Chelesh. He's just a much bigger dude.
All right, the match that kicked off the main card, the pay-per-view, Bogdan Stoica and Nugo Chikadze.
Oh,
wow.
God. Don't even get me started.
We were talking about this before he got on. I 100% believe that Bogdan was robbed.
In several ways.
Yes.
I believe so too. I think let's look this in fair reflection. I thought the match was mega.
No, it was hands down. I mean, if they'd have gave match of the night to any other match, I think there should have been a riot because
it wasn't close, was it?
No.
From the moment that the VT came on, those guys blew it out the park in every respect. I love both lads. Massive fan of Nugo. And obviously Bogdan's my voice, so he's our Arm Wars Light Heavyweight World Champion. So I've been preaching to get Bogdan into that for a very long time. And Bogdan is a killer, And,
he's earned his keep. I will say that he's earned his keep.
Mate, I thought he won the match. I thought it's as simple as that. There was it could have gone either way. It was extraordinarily close. There was a match which went to the review.
Right.
Myself and John said it on the commentary. We got in our commentary position a mega slow motion replay, which showed it. It was reversal, pin, and then the elbow popped, and it popped off the pin. It was pin, then elbow pop. And both myself and Brezink were like, well, yeah, definitely what happened. I mean, you can see it clear as a bell. We had that in super slow-mo, So on our screens there, we got a really good shot of it. Now, who hasn't been there? We've all had that call that doesn't go your way. And honestly, there was a part of me when they said do it again, I was like, yeah, I'm okay with that. Because I genuinely thought, well, Bogdan's a good chance anyway, and it's more of the match. And ultimately, it's a show. It's a little bit like the old Dave Chafee, Vitaly Laletin thing, where I thought Vitaly got robbed. That's nothing against Dave. I just thought Vitaly beat him that day. But on reflection, was it awesome that they didn't give him and it carried on? No, it worked out incredible. because it was an unbelievably entertaining match. Which it wouldn't have been if Vitaly had just done him 4-2. So I don't think there are any losers in there, if I'm honest. I think Bogdan, for me, did enough to really cement, he's a bad man. And if he does not get the title shot right now, particularly after what happened at the weekend, if he doesn't get the immediate title shot at Toddzilla, I don't know what people are thinking.
Have you talked to Bogdan since? I mean, I know he said his elbow popped. So
I have spoke to him. He spoke to him on the night. I told him how proud I was of him. I thought he was mega. He came over and he said, "I'm sorry, mate." And I'm thinking, like, what are you sorry about? I couldn't be more proud. I thought you were mega. Went into the thing with him as a slight underdog. The 45-55 proved to be out, it was about right, but the other way around. And I had him as an underdog, 55-45. He was actually the favourite, 55-45, clearly. And I do think he got it done. So he definitely doesn't need to apologise for anything. I thought he just rubber the green didn't go his way that day. We've all been there. But in my opinion, you run that match back Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you probably get a couple of different results in there. I think they were fucking... The other thing that was a little frustrating, I have to say, was the whole Nugo not making weight thing. That's not great.
no, we discussed that. You and I did.
I already got my opinions about that, guys. Just, if you knew about the match ahead of time, months in advance, your objective is to make sure you make weight, right? Whether it's a catch weight or not, you owe it to your opponent. You owe it to the organization out of respect. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong, but that's where I sit with that.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. I think it's professional. You make weight. Could he have made weight? Yes. He just didn't want to go that into the dark place a little bit, which you've got to do something. That's the idea. You go a little into that dark. That was the whole idea of the catchweight. He's coming down, Bogdan's coming up. But look, let's not cloud it with any. I think it'd be a shame if the thing gets clouded by any kind of controversy or otherwise. It was a mega match between two of my favourite arm wrestlers in the world who were both beyond entertaining. It was by far the match of the night and by far the thing that ignited the event at the perfect time.
Round one was the one that kind of set everything. When
awesome.
In the strap, Nugo hits, thinks he has everything, starts chirping like he did to Matt. And then Bogdan's like, okay.
Yeah, he ain't done yet. Yeah, the specialists don't go away. Everybody, Jody knows that. Ryan knows that. You know that. Anybody who's been around the Arm Wars series knows the versatility of Bogdan. The kid's a savage. Couldn't be more proud of him.
It was amazing. Like, I agree that, Nugo needs to stay at 105. There's plenty of chances for him at 105. I think you need to run his loss back. That's a good match. And then for Bogdan, definitely something to 95. And I agree he needs Hutchings.
What do you, Jody, Ryan, what do you think? Do you not think him and Hutchins make sense off the back of that? I do.
Absolutely. What else do you do?
Thank you, Ryan Espy. Because that's what I think. I'm like, that is the one. What we're waiting for. Let's go.
Do it in the U.S.
It should have made it. In June, right?
Yeah, let's go.
That makes perfect sense to me. That's a title match.
Where is that June card in the U.S.?
Tentatively, Arkansas. Tentatively.
Let's go.
To me, it makes perfect sense. It's not far. It's that's gonna matches has everything to be like, okay, this is gonna be a screamer.
Yeah, but what is not to like about that match?
It could also be a blowout.
What they set a date for that? June 6th, 13th, 20th?
It's either the hold on, I can tell you. It's either the 6th of June or the 13th of June.
Let's hope for the 6th, Jody. Let's hope for the 6th.
Yes. Don't touch the 13th. Don't do the 13th.
I want the what's on the 13th over there?
That's my event. I'm putting on my fundraiser event. So
I'm praying for the 13th. I really hope it's the 13th. It's
Why? What you got going on the 6th?
Alaman TT, first week in June every year. I've been that event for 22 years, so really, yeah.
I don't know. That 115 class looks tasty.
What we got, Nathan?
Well, we'll hit this one really quick. FA Comac and Tarkon. Just Jesus, FA is looking insane.
Yeah.
Like who do you give him?
Mate, who did you guys predict? Because I thought that all day was going to go that. I was like,
FA.
You know, I thought if Tarkon could possibly get a hook in, he could burn FA out. Possibly.
Okay. Yeah, I had FA as a 70-30 favorite. Tarkan's mega, but he's just new and young and not as experienced. And FA is really experienced and really on the rise.
He's so big right now, too.
Oh, my God, he looked mega.
Well, who do you give him? Like,
to be honest, I do think there's quite a few options in that weight class that are interesting matches. You know what I mean?
I'd keep Record away from him because I think he'd beat Record right now.
Yeah,
I think he beats Bournemouth
at the moment.
Yeah. But yeah, that was a very one-sided match.
Yeah.
A match that hurt me a little bit. Manifestor and Brad.
Okay, went as I predicted. I thought that would go that way, and it did. It didn't go as I predicted. It was easier than I thought it was going to be.
Giannis and I talked after the event. I said, why the hell did Vlad never commit to the press? Because then, instead of top rolling, getting caught in the defensive side, being palm up every time, why didn't he commit to the press and try to be offensive and stay on the pronator?
Because he felt what he's up against. And the center strength of Manifestor is something else. He's another very, very, very special kid. That is a goddamn beast.
Him versus Musha is about to be a very interesting match.
Isn't it?
I mean, we know where it's going.
Yep.
And the way Manifestor hooks too he has to hook like a tall guy because he's very big. It's up, lots of cup, and then he sinks it and then drags you super hard.
You just banned somebody, Jody?
What's that?
You just banned somebody?
Yeah, I mean, they get on here and they start being stupid. So it's like, you know what? I don't have time for this. Like, we're talking good stuff here, and you got some, egghead over here just trying to talk trash to Neil. And
that's okay. What did he say? I'll answer him. It's okay. He's allowed to disagree. What did he say?
Well, his first comment was that Vitaly sent Devin to retirement, and they're already promoting a right-handed match. So I'd say that's a bit premature.
Right. Like,
what was his comment to me? Does he not agree with something? No, that's okay.
He said something about you glazing Devin for 5 minutes.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, me glazing Devin. I have Devin as an underdog.
I did too.
So did we.
Yeah, I don't need to glaze Devin. He's my friend. Do I like Devin? Did I want Devin to win? Yes. He's my friend, and I wanted him to win. Did I think he would win? No. We spoke beforehand, and I didn't think he would win. We did 2 episodes of the picks and 1 1-to-1 with him, and I didn't think he would win. I had him as a 60-40 underdog, and he lost the match. What can you do?
I don't know if there's
an absolute killer.
There's really nothing to talk about there. I mean,
yeah,
you're talking about the guys that are top 3 in the world. So
we'll get to that one.
One of them.
Yeah, we'll get there.
How about
hit the like button, y'all? Hit the like button. We're talking good stuff.
Matt Mask, David Samusha went exactly how I thought it'd go.
Oh, Arabuli.
Sorry, David Arabuli. I don't know why Samusha. I don't know why. I had Samusha thinking exactly with Manifestor.
I just looked at the rankings and wasn't Arabuli like 3 ahead of Matt or something like that on the rankings?
Yeah, and I just thought Matt's explosivity has always been one of Arabuli's down, his shortcomings. He struggles with that explosiveness. So
let's be honest, for any normal built human who's not blisteringly quick or got a really good press option or an iron wrist, that's really difficult to deal with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Very
I'm going to do a bit of glazing. Get that guy back on. I love Matt Mask.
It's too late. He's gone forever now.
Oh, seriously,
Jody
don't
can
ban him on
unban
my
him.
behalf. Jesus Christ.
Jody,
People are allowed to
unban him.
talk shit to me. I don't care. That's fine. But
I
get
want
him
people
back
to
in, Joe.
respect my guests. That respect my guests on the show. That's how I look
Oh,
at
mate,
it.
listen, I'm a big boy. Don't ban anybody on my behalf. I don't ban anybody. With that. Just let him in.
It's not about what he said.
Honestly,
it's about
not
what he
problem
was
for me.
going to say next.
Yeah.
That's okay. Sticks and stones and all that.
What?
We can fight it.
Yeah.
The Matt Mask, I love him. I think he's ace. And I love when he wins, he's super visceral, isn't he? And he brings
God.
the event to life. You could feel the energy in the room. Awesome. He injected some venom into the event at exactly the right time. Place went nuts.
Never.
And I just love the bloke. I think he's quality.
What about this comment? Matt versus Yoshi will be energetic.
I think Matt destroys Yoshi.
I
don't know that he destroy. Yeah, I was about to say I don't think he does either. I think it's a war.
I don't.
Yeah, I think Yoshi's problematic for Matt in some ways.
He can, but I'll say this: Yoshi's last two matches was what? Brzezinski and Todd. I mean, not in that order, but
No, he pulled Petro Maharant.
that's right.
Yeah,
But
and beat Maharant, and Petro's a animal.
Matt is
and
more
Yoshi's
explosive than those
pronation
guys.
is very, very significant right now. There's a lot of scar tissue there. He holds his pronation really, really well, and he can stretch you out really well. And that can be if Matt can roll over his pronator, go straight over his pronator, he should do well. But Yoshi has a really sticky spot, and you got to be a little careful. You can't necessarily just hit with wild abandon, and could be an interesting match actually. Could be.
Ooh.
Yep.
All right, what you got? What came next?
Hey, who won, by the way? Who won this whole prediction thing? Do we have that?
Yeah, Jody and I tied.
I don't think so. I think you guys are.
Next
to
match:
recount.
Sergey Kalyanchenko and Jordan Sonev. I mean, Jesus, Jordan's getting stronger.
Yeah, I picked Kalyanchenko on this one.
I had Sonev, but I think that it's kind of a bit of a tailor-made match in some ways for Jordan because Kalyanchenko wanted to go there a little bit. He ran early, but he did want to try and test himself in there. And Sonev's sticky as hell in the hook. He's very, very hard to get through. And when he comes in that big and that solid, he's a serious handful.
He was way bigger than what he was in AC. Significantly.
Kind of would have liked to see that and thought it was going to be a better match than it was, if I'm honest.
I thought it was going to be a better match than it was based on Kalina's pulling of Machushenko.
Yeah, I did. I thought it was going to be a much tougher, more drawn-out battle.
But
Excuse me.
boy, was that. Yeah. I mean, that press got him once, and then Jordan just went more offensive, which typically he's not super offensive, and just
Got to give credit to Sonev. He closed the lane down.
Him versus Bacho. Him versus Bacho is still the match to make.
It's coming, isn't it? It's got to.
It's got to be right-handed at 115.
Yeah, it's coming.
So.
But it's nice to have Jordan back in the mix. It's
it is very.
He's mega, so it's nice. It's nice to have guys who are that level in there. Good on him. Great win.
So let's go. We got 4 matches left. Fiat Isaac and Brigitte Ivanfi. I knew this was a mismatch from the start. As soon as the match was announced.
Likewise.
I mean, to me, it's no disrespect to Brigitte, but I mean, the last time we saw her, she struggled. You know?
I thought she did great with Gladkaya.
Yes.
But Irina, I don't think is as focused as she once was and as solid as she once was. Unfortunately, a little bit of a sort of victim of the fact that there isn't the depth there in the ladies' division. Brigitte is a lovely, lovely lady. Very nice, very respectful, and very strong. Yeah. But you're dealing with someone in Fia that is extremely complete and has been dominant for a reason. Personally, I think the match to make, and I thought the match to make was the Kazakh girl.
We talked about that. You and I did.
We did.
On multiple occasions. And I heard Hermes in the commentary booth go, "Oh, Sarah Bachman." And I don't think that's a match.
It's the Kazakh girl they want to make. I mean, the Kazakh girl's the one. And the Kazakh girl, there's a story there. She's an up-and-coming talent. She looks amazing.
Strong
Let's go.
fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, she kept Fia out of the strap at Worlds. So who keeps Fia out of the strap if she doesn't want to go to the strap? Nobody. Usually.
Kazakh girl.
Yeah. So.
And it's a different sport, different referees, different set of criteria.
It's so hard to beat Fia in a super match.
Going to be interesting. And we get a real snapshot of the Kazakh kid then. We see how strong she is or is not, or if there are any experience frailties. But I think when she's got the win on Fia very, very recently, I think how can you avoid doing that match?
So her name is Yuristri Orazkan, however you say it. Yeah.
Sounds like you are from Kazakhstan.
It's a good try. It's a good try, Nathan.
Yeah, I was trying. I mean, I wanted to, I mean, I don't want to keep calling her a Kazakh girl. I wanted to try it, at least respect her enough to pronounce her name.
I would have done it if I had it, but I don't have her name. But
I feel sorry for you when you have to announce that live.
I'll try my best.
Okay. Next match, Michael and Camille.
Okay, I got this wrong.
I got it right.
And
you got it right, but you didn't want to get it right, so
I didn't want to get it. I didn't want to get it right, but I got it right.
Yeah,
you were trying to use reverse psychology.
I would have loved to see Mike win and get his shot at Levan for a number of reasons. I honestly thought Camille was imperious, but he was brilliant. I thought the way that he arm wrestled was
genius.
Super borderline, yeah.
It reminded me. You know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of like Giannis and Bob Brown. Granted, it was different approaches, but what I mean by that is Giannis didn't fight Bob where he's in that lock, right? Where Bob's resting and you're working. He pulled Bob to the deep where he was on the defensive side, made Bob work trying to pin him. And Camille did the same thing with Mike. He never committed to a full flop press. He was slightly supinated, tucked in, and kept it center table. Whereas he knew if he went to the bottom, he was working, and Michael was resting on that.
Yeah,
that
wouldn't allow him to get full tightness. And he climbed from there, and he punched up from there with the lower palm and put him with the index finger.
It was
weird, but super effective. And he's positioning on the table. You couldn't get closer to the center line without crossing it. I mean, the guy was absolutely on the ragged. So he cut off Michael's forearm and made him just isolated him on. He had to pull through the entire man. And he had a speed advantage. So, best I've ever seen Camille pull. Thought he was mega. Hats off. Great win. Magnificent performance.
Yeah, just smart.
Like, yeah, really good.
Here's a comment from Legia. I still want to see Michael versus Levan because Camille's win doesn't dismiss Michael's stretch to Levan. Well, here's the thing. If you saw Michael's response to all this the next day over the weekend, he blatantly said, you know what? I need to go back down to the heavyweight class because he even said himself, hey, if you beat Hermes, you'll get, Levan. Didn't happen. If you beat Vitaly, you'll get Levan. Didn't happen. If you beat Camille, you'll get the match with Levan. Didn't happen. So now you're 0 for your last, and if I'm not mistaken, the last 3 matches Michael had were shutouts. I don't think he got a pin at all. And,
well, Atlantic City, he won.
Yeah, it's Fetkov, yeah.
Yeah, he beat Georgie.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The match before that, he won as well with
No, I'm talking about the matches he was supposed to win to get the Levan match. He didn't win.
No,
so I'm talking about
3-0 Georgie. I'm sorry, 3-0 Hermes, 3-0 Vitaly, 3-0 Camille. Yeah.
Right. So the matches he was supposed to win in order to get that setup down in Arkansas for June, it didn't go his way. And I'm kind of bummed out because I would have loved to see what kind of tools Michael would have brought to Levan, but I guess we won't see it. But now, him going back down to the heavyweights, now we can start seeing some, fresher matchups. My opinion.
It was a hard match for Mike with Levan because people may not want to admit it or not, but Levan has all the tools as an arm wrestler.
Yeah,
he can hook, he can pop roll, he can press. He's super intelligent on the table.
So what do you guys?
Let's be honest, Mike would have gone under any circumstances Mike would have been going into the match with Levon as an unbelievably heavy underdog,
Agreed.
as would pretty much anyone else in the world, with the possible exception of Vitaly Letin.
Yeah.
The possible exception. I think
No.
Devon, in some ways, could potentially be a bigger concern for Vitaly than Levon is. With the current, I mean, what do we know about Levon's injury? Is it bad? Is it lasting? We're not going to see that happen, though. And by the time they do, I'm sure Levon will be firing
I
all
mean,
cylinders.
I know he was just
Yeah.
in Miami getting stem cells again.
Yeah. So, look, there's, we're going to have slept since. So let's see what happens. But I do believe that anybody with the possible exception of Vitaly Letin is a heavy underdog against Levon.
What do you guys think of Michael's statement that he made that he is the best arm wrestler in the United States?
I mean,
Based on what?
He is right-handed. He's the best arm wrestler in the United States.
You don't think
Are we
there's an argument there?
Are we talking about nobody could beat Mike?
Who's beating him in the United States? Right-handed.
Well, he's talking about a match with Dave Chafee for that title.
I think he beats Dave.
Yeah, I think he probably beats Dave.
Isn't he ranked below Jerry at the moment?
He'll beat Jerry. Just stylistically, flop press to flop press. Jerry doesn't have the same capabilities that Camille does.
Interesting.
Only
Nobody jumps out at me as a clear person to put ahead of him.
No.
Yeah, I think Michael, as a super heavyweight, as the Mike that was there at weekend, probably beats anybody in North America right now outside of Devon. And in the United States, probably does.
No, there's nobody. I don't see anybody in the United States that touches him, whether he's 105 kilos, 115, or super heavyweight, if I'm being honest.
That's why we gotta have these matches, right? So
But I mean, let's not sugarcoat it. Dave has a very tough task coming ahead of him in Germany. So
you don't. Also, you got to give some respect to Chafee. Guy looks mega at the moment. Mega looks great.
I mean, and this is a match he wanted too.
Yeah, I think Dave looks awesome.
It's a tough match. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go to the co-main event: Oleg Petrenko and Todd Hutchings. And
ouch!
It kind of went exactly how I thought it would. Oleg's hand was going to be too dominant and just.
Okay, I got this one right, but I thought it'd be tougher than it was.
There's nobody at 105 for Oleg.
That was very, very easy and shockingly easy. Thought
it was scary.
Some struggle there. No,
it was terrifying how good Oleg is. I mean, and what do you do with him? Like he'll go to 95 and clean house there. There's nobody beating him at 95.
No, no.
There's nobody beating him at 105.
Nope.
So do you send him to 115 and let him start running over the 115 division? Because
I'd absolutely love to see him pull Dave Chafee. Love it. I would love to see that match.
I want to see him and Alajan again left-handed because he's the only one that's really given Alajan a hard match thus far.
When did we go see him again?
Germany.
Hasn't it just been announced?
It is. He is pulling Artyom Morozov in Germany left-handed.
At 115?
No, supers. No. And basically the winner of that will get a shot at Vitaly. I mean, there's no other option, honestly, at that point.
Wow.
Or one of them will pull, I don't know. Either that or Camille. Even though Vitaly.
Yeah, the only other guy that's in the mix there is a big Dadikian.
Yep. Man, that's a match too. Dadikian. So.
Yeah, big Dadikian's also dangerous.
Yeah, that's a scary man. But I mean, Todd has to stay at 95. There's no matches for him. I mean, there's matches for him at 105, but not the title match.
No.
And Bogdan, I mean, to me, there's no other match for him at 95 except for Bogdan. And in my opinion.
But Oleg would, in my opinion, would beat Bogdan.
Yeah. I agree with that. But I do think Hutchings versus Bogdan is a great match. I think it has the potential to be an absolute death match like the Nugo match.
Yeah.
If that happens, that happens in June.
Well, don't know. I don't know whether that. If I was doing it,
It'd be
100%,
yeah.
that match is happening. If I would definitely. Why not? Jesus Christ!
Yeah.
It's the match to make.
It's
Honestly,
the match. Who doesn't want to see? I mean, the specialist is killing it. The man is a beast. I'll bet Paul Lynn was sat at home going, "I fucking told you he was a bad dude." Yeah, and he's a bad man.
I mean, the only other person, there's only been two people that have beaten Bogdan. I'm sorry, that have beaten Nugo, and that's Petro Maharint and Oleg Petrenko.
And the Maharint match was razor close.
Very. So,
And Petrenko, well, yeah, we know how good that dude is, clearly.
yeah. So,
Just
yeah.
wow. WOW. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, Oleg has to go to one, and there's tons of matches for him at 115.
Yeah.
You could give him, you could do data count and get at 115 because they pulled at 105 before on the right hand. That's a potential match. Bigger data count, bigger Petrenko.
Is that Ryan the Bull? And I've got a tiny screen here. Ryan Belanger, excuse me, just come in. Love that dude.
He had a good.
Yeah, I'd like to see him in matches as well. I think he
had a good war with Marcio Barbosa over the weekend.
How'd that go?
Marcio ended up taking it, and then in the overalls, I believe Andrei Sharkovich beat Marcio.
Yep.
So,
still love Ryan Belanger's a beast. Love the
so I think who won? Who was it? Was first was Marcio, second was Ballinger, and then I'm probably saying your name wrong, Ryan. Sorry, and I can't remember who third was, but it was
Belanger.
Main event. Devin and Vitaly.
Oh boy, I picked a Vitaly. Did I not?
You did.
Yeah, I had Vitaly 60-40 favorite. It was a big ask. Vitaly is a problem.
I mean, I thought, to me, like I had Vitaly as a favorite. I picked Dev because I had this sneaky suspicion that Devin was going to be able to eventually stop the match and start burning Vitaly, but Vitaly was so good at not getting in a static position and being dynamic constantly and not giving Devin a chance to rest and settle.
Yeah, I would have loved to see Dev step everything right. I said that on the show. I'm not going to talk about it anymore. He knows what he felt, but I really wanted him to move right. I don't know what Dev was chasing. He got.
Oh, I heard. Yeah.
Staying to the left. Yeah, you got good access to the hand and wrist, but it was making no difference. You've got a speed disadvantage. The guy's landing on you. So for me, the only remaining option then is you throw the kitchen sink in, you step all the way, and you try and get some purchase there. I love that Dev threw a lot of things at him. He went for the press. He tried different stuff. You could only do what you can do. And would it have mattered on the night if he probably not? I think it was Vitaly's night. The right man won on the night. Credit to Dev for giving it a valiant effort. Good luck anybody pulling against Vitaly at the moment.
It makes the right hand match more interesting now, for sure.
Yeah, the right hand for me is very interesting. Always has been, to be honest. I've always felt like Vitaly represents an extremely big threat to anyone, including Laval. Now, Devin's right is not his left.
We have a question, Neil. Courtney Hike says, Neil, on the commentary, you said Devin should move to the right a bit.
Yeah.
Do you think he would have had more of a lane if he did that?
100%, yeah. And I would have liked to see it earlier in the match. But it's fine for me to sit here and say that. Devin wasn't feeling... See, Devin does not have a speed advantage in that match. Clearly, there isn't one. Every time the initiation was coming from Vitaly, even to the point where Vitaly got a little complacent at one point and nearly got nailed in a flop press. And ballsy move by Devin there. But the reality of the situation is that you have to find a way to lower the arc and to get him off his shoulder. The only way to get him outside of his shoulder is you step to the right. You step it all the way across. And if you do that, it's going to, if you can get anything on him, that's how you're going to get it, and it will get him off his shoulder. Also, from that position, if you then sink the press, he is outside of his shoulder. So you have better access to him. You know? Devon had 2-3 matches in, he's still getting the wrist and hand, but it's making no difference. You just seen Vitaly jump straight into the flop press and finish. So once you've established that that is the pattern of the match, to the point where the lad isn't defending it anymore, he knows he's got that option, what have you left? If somebody can, you know, write your answer on a postcard, send them in, what else is left? So if you're going through the repertoire, nothing left, go right, commit. But as I say, you don't know. I don't know whether Dev had taken some damage, was a little concerned about doing that because it's ballsy, dangerous move. And also, he may have felt that he'd not got what he needed and he needed another chance at it and then he could secure it. He obviously had a game plan and he stuck to it. If I was in his corner, it would have been step right.
Look at those two monsters.
He's
That is
on there.
Levon and Wagner
Levon.
Bordelot. Wagner.
Uh,
They're in Brazil. Levon's apparently in Brazil now. Huh.
There you go. Phil Woody
But-
wants to know, Neil, can we look forward to the Fix show this week?
yeah, 100%. I basically pulled an all-nighter on Saturday. I can't do that anymore. I'm in my 50s. I just can't do it anymore. I am knackered, really tired, like super tired, dizzy tired. They're very, very long days over there. Very, very long days. So just didn't have it in me. I was like dizzy tired.
Whoa,
But
be careful.
yeah,
Be careful.
the Fix will be back.
I mean, Germany's shaping up. I mean, if we look to the future, Germany's shaping up to be. We have 5 matches that we have been publicly announced.
What's
Go
going
ahead,
on?
run it.
Obviously, Vitaly and Devon, right-handed, is going to be your main event. We know Brian Shaw and
Leonidas, yeah.
Leonidas. We know Morozov and
Alijan.
Alijan. Dave Chafee and Ivan Matyushenko.
Okay.
And Manifestor and David Samusha.
I mean, that's wrong.
Woo!
I mean, those 5 right
Pretty
there,
nice.
like,
That's
And you said
mega matches.
that was April, correct? April, what date?
I don't remember the exact date, but figure 6 weeks from yesterday,
Like,
basically.
yeah, is it
6 weeks
the
from going on,
21st or something like that?
something like that. 6 weeks from the 28th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I think it's either maybe the 18th, maybe
11th.
the 11th or the 18th.
Yeah.
I don't know
The
exactly.
promo is already out there on their website.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting card because like there's a lot of people we haven't seen in a bit. We haven't seen Paul Lynn since Atlantic City.
Well, another match I'd like to see Paul Lynn in.
What's that?
I would bring in Mario Tambakis.
That's a good match. That's a very good match.
That's the one for me.
I mean, I'm sure there's going to be a women's match on the card, but I mean, we haven't seen Egla since she pulled Jocelyn. We haven't seen Barbora since she beat Gabby. Like, there's a lot. I mean, so
Well, Bora was
This
there
is
this
the-
weekend. She
I
looked
saw her reffing.
massive. Biggest I've ever seen her. Massive.
Who would you put for Barbora right now? Because I always thought, you know, with Barbora,
I mean,
Gabby,
there's really
God.
nobody, right?
Edward, it's only those, you know, who do you put? Who's ready for her right now?
Nobody.
No, I mean, to me, a match to make would be Egla and Gabby again, left-handed, because that was a very close match originally. But other than that, there's no match for Barbara right now,
Yeah.
which is unfortunate because she's just sitting, idle on the sideline.
Right.
So
You're in rare. It's the Levon thing, isn't it? I spoke to her about it this weekend.
well, honestly, it's worse than the Levon thing because
Worse.
Levon, there's people you can throw at him. Her, there really isn't.
Yeah, I mean, there's people you can throw at Levon, but he's going to smash him to bits outside. And at the moment, there's only Laletin that really makes any sense, and Laletin's tied up. So for this point in time, you're frozen out, and Barbora's the same. I mean, you could throw someone in, you can throw Egler out, or you could throw, but it's a pointless match. He's going to smash him in the same way that Levon will smash pretty much everybody you throw it his way when he's fit. So once you get into that upper echelon, it's tricky, isn't it? You're breathing rare air. So
I mean, the 80. I mean, the 80 kilo women's title hasn't been defended since Egla ran over Sarah Bachman. Throw an 80 kilo match.
Yeah. And
you
have others, haven't you? Maybe the Takanaka Kiraz match comes up. I don't know.
Hey, why not quick turnaround for Fia? She didn't take any damage in that match.
Nope.
That's a great option.
And they're in that class, in Fia's class, there are a lot of good bullets.
There's a lot in 60 too.
Yeah.
I mean, you could almost run Kiraz with the champion at 60.
There's a lot of but listen, I'm not going to get involved in that. Let them. I mean, Babai Evers specialist subject, the lady side of things. Let her. She'll throw something together. I'm sure.
Gabby would like to pull Rosa. That's not a match, in my opinion. I'm sorry, that's not a match. Sorry, I mean, that's no disrespect to Rosa, but like, I mean, yeah, Rosa's coming off beating Fia, but there's just, Gabby'd run over Fia too.
Oh yeah. Hey Neil, you got
get Makieva out of retirement.
That's it. Yeah.
Ooh, there you go. Hey Neil, you got 5 minutes you can spare.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna call this good, everybody, because we're gonna go into the After Dark special. So Neil, just hang on for a second. Everybody, thanks for joining us. Welcome to this magnificent Monday. Hope you guys enjoy your week, and we will talk to you guys soon. Neil, hang on for After Dark. We'll see you guys next Monday.